Hi everybody. I have the enormous honour and also slightly dubious one of being the person asked to sum up at the end. I realise it's a slightly poisoned chalice because I am standing between you and your very much deserved drink this evening at the reception. But I did want to try and make an effort to sum up this extremely dense and complicated discussion that we've been enjoying today. I've been coming to Moldova for a very long time. It never takes very much to convince me to come here. I live in Ukraine, and I'm sorry to my Ukrainian colleagues if I lose my friendship with them over this, but it's true that Moldovan wine is better than Ukrainian wine. Oksana is shrugging. But this is the second time I've been to this event, and I'm again very impressed by the quality of it. Of course, one of the things as a British person that I enjoyed a lot were the rich metaphors, the football managers, the elephants in the room, and of course from Lunay Sarkisyan, who's sitting at the back of the room and working just now, not paying any attention to me, but her literary metaphor from Tolstoy about unhappy families and happy families. And I guess the new thing that we are talking about, which is not very new, is that the challenges that the media are facing are not just political, from nefarious or bad actors in our own countries, also undemocratic actors like China, Russia, Turkey, and others seeking to have a negative impact on the quality of the democracy in our countries, which is kind of ironic when you consider that they are all trying to imitate democracies themselves, and yet they want to undermine the quality of more genuine democracies. If I go to this question that we were asking ourselves, media, elections and participatory democracy, how free? Then I think we can congratulate ourselves. We have found the answer. The answer is not free at all. Not in any country that I think is represented here today. We always have to continue fighting for it. The other good news is that after all of the experts we've listened to today, we have solved the problem. We have figured it out. I have a list of solutions. I'm being a little bit facetious, of course, because this is a group of extremely complicated questions, and the media and civil society alone cannot resolve them. I like the metaphor of one of the first speakers from Poland about how can you get a good football manager to turn a bad football team into a good one. You cannot, right? I think that, why I liked it was I like to think of the British political parties, instead of going to elections, having to play football against each other. That might be actually worth watching instead of a political debate. But what people have come up with, I think, are a series of very concrete propositions of what's important for the role of the media moving forward in Moldova and also in other countries represented here today. Like for me, lessons learned for Ukraine as well. But how important the role of the media is also in media literacy, in media education, in critical thinking, and in promoting ethical values and professional high standards for media. That we need to take advantage of the opportunities afforded by new technology. That we have to make the platforms like Google and Facebook more accountable, and understand that neither they nor the undemocratic governments that I mentioned before or elsewhere are going to improve by themselves. They will only change through the application of political and legislative and civic and political action and pressure, certainly not of their own free will. And the other takeaway that I had is that, just to take some words from Zurab and also I think Oksana earlier, that that allies can, we have allies between civil society, between the media, journalists, lawyers, activists, and if we can build bridges between these groups or formal memorandums or whatever it takes to join forces, then we can amplify our chances of bringing some pressure to bear on the political class. I think finally it falls to me to say thank you to the donors who supported this event. I'd like to thank USAID for supporting media development in Moldova, and I'd also like to support to thank the other donors ranged around me in large posters for their support. I'd also like to say a huge thanks to the team at Freedom House for organizing this event. So big thanks to Tatiana, Puyo, to Mark, and to Gina Lentina, and I think April Gordon, who else? Olesia Garbus, and probably a bunch of other people who I've forgotten to mention, but I'd like to thank them. They've done an excellent job and a great selection of experts here today. Thanks to all of you for remaining until the very end. You are very much deserving of your evening libation. And I look forward to seeing you all here maybe next year, perhaps, when we will have solved some of these problems. Thanks very much.